9. Fatherhood, hip hop, and sports, man. First and foremost, man, I just want to give thanks to the Creator for giving little old Proliff life, health, and strength. Uh, Also, I want to send a special shout out to the YouTube family, man. Thank you guys for giving me this platform. It means so much to me that I can wake up rich in spirit and can get online and converse on topics that mean a lot to me. I know they mean a lot to other fathers out here across the universe. So big thank you to the YouTube family, man, for making this possible. Also, I want to send a big special shout out, man, to all the mothers, man. There would be no fatherhood without motherhood. Women are the most strongest creatures on the planet. They give us life. They nurture life. So there will never be an episode where I'm not shouting out the mothers because you guys rock. You guys are amazing. You guys are the glue and the focal point to this whole life thing. So big special shout out to the mothers, man. But when I think of fatherhood, the first thing comes to mind is we want what's best for our children, and we set an example for them. And I feel like that's very important as fathers. We have to be very mindful that our kids are sponges. They watching everything we're doing. They soaking up everything we're doing. And at the end of the day, it's very important that our kids, they feel loved and accepted at all times. So as a father, that's our job. That's our agenda, to make sure our kids always feel loved and make sure they always feel accepted. So when you're out here fathering dads, let's love on those babies by all means. You don't have to be rich to show your kids love. You don't have to come from this wealthy family to show your kids love. I'm a firm believer in your presence, being visible. That will go a long way in a kid's memory bank as they continue to grow and develop into themselves. They will remember the times dad showed up. And let's keep showing up, fathers. Let's keep proving the doubters wrong, fathers, because it's very important that we do the best we can at trying to be there every step of the way. So big special shout out, man, to all the fathers out here across the universe. You guys rock. You guys are amazing. I just want to send another special shout out to some very special guys that played a very integral part in my life growing up. To my coach, Donnie Yarbrough, thank you for pouring so much confidence and so much love into me. Mr. Bo James, thank you for pouring so much confidence and love into me, Mr. Bo James. Mr. Bruh Tenson, R.I.P. Mr. Bruh Tenson, man, gave me a lot of tough love. But I always believed it in me. I always coached me with intensity. I always pushed me to impeccable heights. So big special shout out to Coach Bruh Tenson, man. I also want to send a big special shout out, man. Man, to all my cousins that are dads, Dion, Ladonis, Bakari, Akil, Kanan, all you guys, Jalen, he's doing his father thing. It melts my heart, man, to see that I got younger cousins out here that are dads now. 15 years ago, you were kids, and here we go. 15 years later, you guys are raising people to be good people. So, send a big special shout out to you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for taking fatherhood very seriously. I also want to say happy birthday to my cousin Bakari, to Jalen. They had birthdays back to back. It started with my cousin Blundell. Her birthday was the 12th, same day as Jalen's, and then Bakari's was just yesterday on the 13th. So September's a very busy month for my family. My grandma's birthday this month. Uncle Ricky's birthday's this month. So it's going to be a very busy September as we close. But I just want to say thank you to all the fathers, man, to all the males that have played a part in my life, man. Thank you so much, because I'm quite sure a lot of you started the fatherhood journey before I did, and some of you didn't. But at the end of the day, we can learn from anybody. We can study people from all walks of life, from all ages of life, and we can be inspired by it. It's okay to be inspired by somebody younger than you. It's okay to look up to people that are a little younger than you and might got a little motion than you got, because at the end of the day, you never know what some people had to go through to get to where they at in life. So never feel that it's not okay to be inspired by things just because you're older than that, or you feel like you're supposed to be bigger than that. So inspiration can come in any form, in any fashion, man. But thank you guys to all the fathers that are taking this fatherhood thing very seriously and not sleeping on it in no form or fashion. Hip hop, man. I guess we're gonna start things right off with Rich Homie Quan, man. We all know Quan lost his life here last week. It's been told to the world that it was an overdose. Quan was very vocal about his addiction, to Molly. But Quan was a genius, man. Quan, he gave Atlanta a lot of good music. He gave the world a lot of good music. It just hurts my heart that somebody so young with so much life still, they checking out. And we have to be very mindful that a lot of the music that's being pumped into the airwaves, of course, it's not healthy for our kids. It's not healthy for the next generation of leaders, which is the youth. And I'm not saying Quan was wrong by any means for doing what he had to do to have that edge. I clearly saw in a lot of his interviews that he retracted to Molly because he needed that edge. It gave him energy. It gave him a different type of focus when it was time to record music. And it's just sad to see, young man, 34 years old, man, leaving behind 4 or 5 kids, and he's just in a space in his life right now where, physically he's not here with us anymore. But at the end of the day, I know Atlanta's hurting. I know his father's hurting. One of the main things that stood out to me about his father's interview was that he was a man of principles. He was a man of morals. And as soon as the paramedics and things came and picked his son up, the first thing he went to do was go in the house to pray. And I think that speaks volumes when you see your son getting taken out on a stretcher with a sheet over his face, knowing that don't look good. Anytime your body getting taken off a scene with a sheet over your face, 9 times out of 10 you gone. You checked out. And Quan's father instantly went into prayer mode, and that says a lot about that guy's character. He's sitting back patiently waiting on the toxicology report to really get the facts. Like he said, he ain't finna be doing too much speculating. 'Cause, a lot of speculations can lead to a lot of irrational thinking. And right now, when people lose their lives and things happen like this in this manner, we don't want to do speculating. We want the facts. We want the raw facts. And I just hope and pray his family can find some peace. I hope they can find some closure in all of this, in some form or fashion, because there's no coming back from death. When you check up out of this thing called life, that's it. You know, you ran your course. You've done your job here on earth. So I just want to say, Rich Homie Quan, man, you've done your job here on earth, man. You inspire, you touched, you uplift people from all walks of life. It just breaks my heart that I know you had much more to give. And I know the city of Atlanta, the state of Georgia, they missing you tremendously right now. Just like T.I. said, man, remarkable talent, gone too soon. But I just hope and pray the Most High has mercy on your soul, man. But we love you, Rich Homie. And may your legacy continues to live and continues to shine. Super Bowl news, man. I don't know who's at fault here. I don't know if it's Roger Goodell. I don't know if it's Jay-Z. I don't know who's at fault, but y'all got to make this right. You got to make it right. I'm not discrediting the run Kendrick has had this year. We all know about the Drake beef and all the back and forth stuff they had going on here just a few months ago. The whole world is aware of the amazing single that he gave the world, the Not Like Us. That song, I think, has a chance to live for a long time. I don't know if it's any kind of way around it when we're talking about how they can make this right. But what I do know is y'all need to make this right. Y'all need to make this right, because that hurt Lil Wayne. That man has given the game blood, sweat, and tears. He's been doing it since he was a teenager. And to not choose him to perform in front of his home state, his home crowd of people, when he's just as big as a star than Kendrick, if not a bigger star than Kendrick, I found that very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. Not cool. Not cool at all. And y'all got from now to fucking February to figure that shit out. Because if anybody deserved to headline that motherfucking Super Bowl show, it's Dr. Dwayne Lil Tunchi Carter, man. The guy is hip-hop. I mean, anytime you can be in something for so long and you've been good at it for so long, how do you not get this opportunity when it presents itself? We saw just a couple of years ago how they headlined a bunch of LA artists when the Super Bowl was in LA. They didn't leave out Snoop. They didn't leave out Dre. And those guys were able to bring along people that they wanted to bring aboard. And at the end of the day, I just feel like, this is something that that whole panel of people, y'all need to get that right, man, because like Wayne said, man, that broke him. It hurt his heart, and I can only imagine, man, when you work so hard for something all your life, and when something that big come knocking on the door and they just leave you out. They just, give the nod to somebody that, let's not be foolish here. Kendrick Lamar has had a run of all times here this past year. And if it's any artist that does deserve to do it, it's him. But you can't put him above Wayne, though. You just can't do it. You can't do it. So let's make that right. NFL Super Bowl halftime show committee, Hov, please make that right, because you got a lot of New Orleans, a lot of Louisianians that they're not watching this halftime show. They're gonna black it out. So if y'all don't want this Super Bowl halftime show to be a fucking disaster, the TV ratings be probably some of the lowest of all times, y'all better make that shit right. Because one thing about the state of Louisiana and they people, when they stand on something, they stand on something. So y'all better get that shit right, because they already let it be known that they're not watching that shit. They're not watching that shit because that's very disrespectful. That Wayne didn't get that call. Also, I want to send a special shout out, man. My heart goes out to the family of Frankie Beverly and Maze. They lost a leader this past week. Dude had a pen and a mind and a music mind that was straight genius. His career spanned over 40 years in the game. All of his melodies, all of their sounds were just so pure. They brought a lot of black families together. His band, what they stood for, it was just such a wonderful thing to just see them all in unison together. So, big special shout out to Frankie Beverly and Maze. My heart hurts for your family, for your fans. But 77 years of life is a good life. And I sit here and just hope and pray I can make it to see 77 years of life one day. So we love you, Frankie Beverly. Thank you for all the beautiful moments, the beautiful memories. I hope and pray your soul lives forever. Sports, man. We got a big slate of college football today, guys. We're going to be real quick and brief with this thing. We got Bama at Wisconsin. They got Bama minus 16. We got LSU at South Carolina minus 7. We got Memphis at Florida State. I think that's going to be a very interesting game. There will be a lot of Memphis Tigers in the building. Memphis is actually 2-0 going into Florida State. Florida State, as we know, haven't won a game yet this season. I feel bad for Mike Norvell. We watched his program get embarrassed on national TV earlier in the year to Georgia. That was a real-life, well-oiled machine. Was way better talent than Florida State. But you saw the stress. You saw the disparity on his face the entire game. Dude was just mentally defeated. Now to start his season off this way, I just feel bad for the guy. I feel bad for him, but I do know to fix everything he got going on at Florida State, he just need to go recruit him a guy that's going to be his signal caller for 4 years. And at least get 2 of those same caliber guys, because if Florida State would have had any kind of decent of a quarterback last season in that ACC championship game, and when that they won, they would have got in the top 4. It's just that the committee did not want to see a second, third string true freshman on the national stage and putting him in that environment to fail. They were not the same team without Jordan Travis, and I think that Georgia loss has done something to that program psychologically. So at the end of the day, guys, we got to be very mindful that Mike Norvell has been through a lot as a coach. He's been through a lot as a coach. So let's keep him in spirits, man, because it's not fair to pick at somebody when they're down. It's not fair to bash somebody when they're down. So what happened, Mr. Gill?
Hey, man, you gotta watch them cats, man.
What about the coffee?
You got special milk, got a whole half a thing of coffee. Talking about they don't get coffee. I mean, y'all drink coffee before they even get on the floor. Shit, the whole thing got coffee in there.
Where you get it from?
I don't know where he got it from, but he got it.
Oh, you probably ordered it yourself.
He ordered it, found it over there somewhere in the cabinet. Or got it stabbed.
Well, I know they be ordering their own stuff from Amazon sometimes too. Whether we do, I know. He had a whole bunch of
That ain't the point. The point is they ain't supposed to be in there drinking coffee and milk. And he telling me that because they work in the kitchen, no, motherfucker, you don't fix what you want because you work in the kitchen. Yeah, that's why I be telling you, man, why these motherfuckers, man? Why we don't ain't here? You and the staff. You supposed to be watching them. I keep telling you, you gotta watch these motherfuckers, man. I keep telling you that all the time.
Yes, sir.
That's why I come down, because I knew Sylvester was here, so I know there's that express with him in there. I know he's back there doing some boogie.
Boogie.
Yeah.
All right, man. I heard the talk, man. No boogie, man. Oh man. Yeah, but let's keep Coach Mike Norvell in spirits, man, because he's going through a lot as a ball coach. Of course, his job probably is on the line this season. I mean, I think Florida State should give him another year to fix this stuff. Go ahead, Mr. Gibb. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir, I'm watching. Yes, sir. Yep, you're right, sir. Okay, sir. Come. Yeah, man, my boss, man, he don't be playing. He be, yeah, he be on these clients' helmet. But I truly feel Florida State as a school, man. Y'all gotta let Mike Norvell try to fix this thing because he did inherit the whole Jordan Travis movement. And go ahead, Mr. Gill. Okay. Right. 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 Hey, I'm watching it though. Yes, sir. And I just think if he can recruit better at the quarterback position moving forward, they can fix some things. They can fix some things in the next year or so. But I don't think DJ is going to be the fix for them. I mean, let's just hope and pray DJ can put together some wins. Hopefully get them in a solid bowl game. But Florida State, don't just shit on Mike Norvell. I like Mike Norvell. Mike Norvell sat on that sideline and took that L like a man last year. And even though you can see it was killing his soul and killing his spirit to watch his guys just get beat down like that. I truly feel he's a damn good ball coach, though. And I just feel like if he had the right tools around him, the right players that can commit to his program, Florida State can get back to glory soon. But y'all can't just kick him to the curb. Utah State, man. We got Utah minus 18. I love me some Cam Rising, man. Cam Rising has been one of the journeymans in college football. He got blessed with an extra year because of COVID, and he had a couple of injuries. But Cam Rising is really one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country. He was one of the top quarterbacks in the country before he got hurt a couple seasons ago. And to see him finishing up now here at Utah and got Utah rolling just like they was rolling before he went out and got injured the last few years. Don't sleep on the Utah Utes, man. I want to say that's Kyle Whittingham's program. He's been there ever since Urban Meyer left. And this guy hasn't done anything but win up there. He's win. So be on the lookout for the Utah Utes, man. They have a damn good football team, and they got a damn good signal caller orchestrating things. So they got their minus 18 today. We got Oregon at Oregon State. Dylan Gabriel. This is a statement game for you. They got y'all favored by minus 17 as well on the road. I find that very interesting. We got rivalry teams, but these spreads are very high. But Vegas knows something we don't know. They either trying to bait us into the favorite, knowing the dog going to clearly fight the whole game, or they trying to bait you into taking the dog, knowing the favorite just going to blast this team. So I just find it very strange. You got a 2-0 team at home getting 17 points. I think Oregon going to blow them out the water. Colorado and Colorado State, man. We all know Colorado had to come from down 11 double digits last season to take Colorado State out. There was a lot of trash talk in that game, but they got Colorado favored by 7.5 on the road. I like Shedeur them to kind of go in there and control the narrative today. I don't think Colorado State is as good as they were last year, but you can best believe they're still going to be a physical football team. This is a rivalry game, in-state game, so we already know what happens with these rivalry in-state games, man. Anything can happen. You got Northern Iowa. They're giving Northern Iowa 30 points against Nebraska. True freshman has been slayed to win the game by 30. That's a suspect line there. I'm not taking Nebraska by no fucking 30. But they might just do it. They might just do that. But Northern Iowa is undefeated too, getting 30 fucking points. So let's see how that plays out. And our last marquee matchup for the day, we got the Oil Machine, my UGA Bulldog. They're going up to Kentucky. I'm talking about they going up there to eat some KFC, some Run DMC, or whatever they coming up there to do. But they coming up there to take care of business, man. And anytime you see the black and red coming into town, it's great business, strictly business. They got Georgia favored by 23. I like them to do that. For sure. And our college football game of the week, man. Well, so far, because the games haven't even played today. But South Alabama, goddamn, they put up 87 points. just a couple days ago. 87. Scored over there and 4 touchdowns every quarter except the last one. And that's where they just probably just took their feet out the gas. But they have 87 points, man. I know Mobile is turned up this whole weekend watching your school do something like that, and it gets national televised. Ooh, that was pretty cool. So a big special shout out to University of South Alabama, man. Let's see if y'all can keep building off of that, because let's go 87 points in a football game. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive, man. NFL guys, we got Cleveland at Jacksonville. They got Cleveland +3. I don't know, man. Can Deshaun go down to Jacksonville and take care of Trevor? That's a very tough environment for him to go down there and win in. I mean, he played so bad last week at home. It's kind of like, well, this week they blessing you with +3. So, are you gonna go take care of that? I don't know, but I truly feel Jacksonville should win this football game, but Cleveland defense can win them this game too. They can really throw some schemes out there. Kevin Stefanski, man, you're gonna have to be very creative with your offensive play calling in this game, because it could turn into a shootout too. So if anything, I like the over in that game. I like the over in Cleveland, Jacksonville. San Diego, man. San Diego at Carolina, and I call them San Diego still because they still the Chargers. They still the San Diego Chargers to me. They are one of my sleepers to do some very great things in the postseason this year. And you heard it here. Chargers are going to the postseason. I don't know if they're going to win the division, but they're going to the postseason. And the main reason why they're going to the postseason is because John Harbaugh is a winner. He's a thinker. He's a competitor. And he know how to build a system. And he know how to coach fucking football. So anytime you got it up here, and you got it right here, how can you lose? There's no way to lose when you got it here and you got it here. So I got the Chargers putting the smackdown on Carolina, man. I think the game for Sunday for sure. Well, it's a couple marquee games Sunday, but a couple that stand out in their mind for sure is you got Caleb against CJ. Bears going down to Houston. Indoor game. That should be a very interesting situation where you got two quarterbacks that should have been 1-1 back-to-back years. I don't know what the fuck Carolina was thinking about. Houston really was trying to play themselves, because I had the #1 pick and trade it down just to let Carolina come above me and take Bryce, when you could have just stayed where you was at and take your guy, which was CJ, all day. Like, I don't even understand how that was even a fucking debate to take this guy over Bryce Young, or Bryce Young over this guy. It's just nowhere near possible. Like, when I saw what CJ did to that Georgia defense, to a Kirby Smart mind ran defense, clearly off the top, best quarterback in the country. Best quarterback in the country. You haven't seen a quarterback throw the ball on Georgia like that in Kirby's era. You haven't seen that. And the way he was doing it, he was just doing it effortlessly. The whole playbook was at display. Every throw, back shoulder, deep routes, quick slants, check downs, scrambling. Like, the dude exposed Georgia's defense in a big way, man. In a big way. That's why that TCU game was such a massacre, because their defense got tested in the semifinal game by clearly the best quarterback in the country, which is CJ Stroud. So, well, he was the best quarterback in the country in college at the time, but now he's in the NFL going into year 2. And they got them favored by 6.5 at home over the Bears, man, and I think they can do that. Caleb had a very off game week 1, but at the end of the day, as a collective and as a team, they was able to pull that thing out. They got a W. They got a W. And in the NFL, that's all that matters is W's. So I'm very aware that they will go back to the drawing board, try to clean some things up. Hope Caleb have a smooth first road start and protect him. Protect him because the talent is there. Can't take away that. They got a great nucleus already set in store behind him. So let's just hope and pray that it's a good football game. The game of the week to me, man, is Seattle at New England, man. Now, I don't know if it's me, but I'm starting to feel like linebackers turn out to be some of the best coaches in the NFL. And two linebackers right now that are running things in the NFL with their programs. And it's looking good watching how their teams are responding. Of course, Coach DeMeco Ryans down in Houston. But Jerod Mayo, man, to go into Cincinnati last week and steal that game from a very talented offensive machine in the Cincinnati Bengals, that says a lot about your coach. He had them prepared. I saw in an interview this week, he said this week here is about adjustments. And he's absolutely correct. You got to adjust to everything you did last week and be better, be sharper. Because if you don't, you can get embarrassed this week at home. Not saying that Geno got the capability of just embarrassing somebody, but he does have the talent around it. They got a fast defense. So, Jacoby, you got to get the ball out. You got to be quick with your reads. Not worried about New England's defense at all, though. Because if we know one thing about their defense this year, they're going to run to the fucking football. They're going to be physical. And Jerod Mayo going to make sure of that. That's how he played the game. Full speed, physicality, with force, with passion. So we talking New England Patriot football this year. We finna see that. We gonna see a lot of that. So all I can say to all the other teams in the AFC East, man, y'all better not let New England figure it out offensively. Because if they can figure that out offensively, all that Bills and all that Miami shit is fluff. Because Jerod Mayo got them boys hitting and they running. And if you can shut out a Cincinnati team on the road, oh man, I'm excited to see how, watch them play defense all year long. I'm very excited, man. But Tua, Miami Dolphins, man, y'all got a lot of decisions to make. There's a lot of people in the sports world that want Tua to just walk away. Protect your mental health, protect your body, and just walk away from this game, man. I know it's tough to walk away from something you love so much, but your health is important, family. And this is like 4 or 5 concussions in the last 4 or 5 seasons, dating back to that bad one you had at Alabama. And a lot of your peers just want to see you okay, man. Big special shout out to the Buffalo Bills, to Josh Allen. That's 7 straight Thursday night football games he's won. Seems like he can't lose when you put him in a Thursday night slot. The sky's the limit for the Bills. But they got to be prepared for a real grimy, battle-tested New England team as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the AFC West plays out this year, AFC East. But let's take care of Tua, man. Big special shout out to Justin Fields, man. He gets his second start. I don't know what's really going on with his calf of Russell's, but I think Mike Tomlin's doing a great job at managing this whole thing. I think the right thing to do is to sit him out for this week because they are going into Denver, the team that he played for the previous 2 years. Team that owes him a lot of money right now. So at the end of the day, I think it's very important for Mike Tomlin to take care of Russ in this situation right now because Russell Wilson has a lot of football in him left. But Justin Fields clearly could be the future for Pittsburgh, like the future. So that's not any knock to Russell Wilson and what he's meant to the game, what he's brought to the game, because the dude is a winner. All Pittsburgh Steelers fans are very ecstatic to have him on their team, on their roster. But I think it's very strategic and smart to go with the youngster. They're going into a hostile environment. And they got them favored -3 on the road. I think Pittsburgh defense has a chance of exposing Bo Nix, exposing Sean Payton, because there's no way you just shit on a quarterback like Russell Wilson's magnitude just to go off and draft a rookie to run your program. And Russell clearly had a better year than the previous year when he was up on a whole different coaching program. So year one with Peyton and him together, it wasn't rah, peaches and cream, but man, it was a Kodak moment. And shit, the way they started their season and the way it was going right there in the middle part of it, after they gave it the 70 ball to Miami, shit, Denver was looking like they was going to get in the playoffs. Denver went off and won 6 games straight after starting 0-4. So it's like, I don't know who to really blame there, but I just feel like the relationship wasn't healthy. It became toxic. And when you're the head coach and you got pull and you got power, you can pretty much do what you want and do as you please. So, but I think Mike Tomlin is making the right decision. Keep Russ out that game, man. You don't want no vindictive, weird energy at all going on in that game. So Justin Fields getting his second start, I think, is very smart. It's very needed, and let's just hope and pray health over all of these athletes, man. All of these guys have made it to the top of their crafts. They're professionals. And let's just pray that they stay healthy, man, and their mental health is intact. Baseball, we have made it, guys. We got 14 games left in the season, and things are finna get very grimy. All of these divisions are very close, tight races. And there's no team that has a double-digit lead in their division besides the Milwaukee Brewers. So that's in the NL Central. The only team that's close to them is the Cubs, and they got them by 10 games. So with 14 games left, that means the Cubs got to win every game, and then they got to hope and pray Milwaukee can go 4-10. They gotta hope and pray, Milwaukee lose a lot of these games, out of the last 14 games, man. They gotta lose like 10 of these games if they want to have a shot. But they gotta dare and win all their games. So that's gonna be tough. We win 14 straight damn ball games. But the NL Central is the only division that has a real life gap. They got Milwaukee targeted to win 93 games. The NL East, we got our Philadelphia Phillies. They got, I want to say, the Mets, maybe by like 8 games, 7 games. So they kind of like right there with the Brewers as far as the margin of wins they have over the next team that's close. Philly was the best home team in baseball this entire season. So I have a theory where I go off of who's the best home team, who's the best road team. And when I went back and looked at those analytics, it showed me Philly and the Yankees. So I think that could be my crash course right there for the World Series. Phillies at the Yankees. Phillies at the Yankees. Those were our best road teams and home teams respectively this season. So, and they're both slated to win their divisions. They got the Yankees slated to win by 94 games. Baltimore's right there. They got a 3-game lead, but with 14 games left, anything can happen in 14 games. So season is not over yet, but they are on their final push. So I highly recommend all of the teams that are fighting, you better keep fighting, because if you get off the gas any little bit and point right here, you might as well just get ready to pack up and go on vacation, because it's over with. And when I speak in that manner, I'm talking about teams like Seattle Mariners, Baltimore Orioles. If you want your division, it's time to take it right now. Time to go right now. Houston don't have a real big gap in that division. They do have them by like 4.5 games, but things can happen in 14 games. So if you're Seattle, if you're Baltimore, go win. Just go win. Win every game you can. Because at the end of the day, when that 162 game slate season is over with, everything resets anyway. So everything you did those previous 6 months, it don't even matter. What's gonna matter is what you're gonna do in October. That's what matters. I mean, I'm not trying to say this in an ignorant manner, but there is a strong possibility that everything is going to work itself out. When we're talking about American League Central's tight, Cleveland don't got a big gap in that division. KC's been around all year long. Minnesota's drifting away, but they have played solid baseball all year. They just got to keep going. They got that team. They got the magic number for that division, 91 games. So I don't know who's gonna get the 90 wins first, but they have it set up to where whoever's gonna win that division they gonna win 90 games. So at the end of the day, guys, baseball is a very strenuous sport. It's a lot of politics that go into it. 162 games. That's a brutal schedule. But at the end of the day, we've made it. We got 14 games left. And I'm very excited to see how everything is going to play itself out here, down the stretch. But that's been my take, guys, on episode 49, Fatherhood, Hip Hop, and Sports. I just hope and pray everybody have a peaceful Saturday. I hope everybody enjoy watching these games today with family, with kids, with our loved ones. And I can't wait to get back on with y'all next Saturday, man. Episode 50. I'm going to try to be a little creative and make this one a little special because it will be my 50th episode. And all I can say is thank you to the YouTube family. Thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you to all my family, my friends that have openly supported me, and to the ones that have quietly supported me. Thank you. It means a lot. to know that the work you're putting in, it ain't just in vain. So big special shout out to all of those people that have been passive and aggressive supporters. They on my mind, mucho. But okay, guys, I can't wait to tap back in with y'all again. Thank you guys for giving Lil Old Proliff some of y'all time today. And y'all stay blessed. Y'all keep God first in everything y'all doing. And let's continue to love on these babies, man, because fatherhood is one of the most precious gifts the Most High can give us. Fathers, dads, men, males. Let's take this thing serious, and let's keep going up with it. Until next time, guys. Next Saturday, we'll be back 6 a.m. Pacific time, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Episode 50, Fatherhood, Hip Hop, and Sports. Man, we got some real juicy stuff that we're gonna be talking about next weekend. Until then, y'all stay blessed and stay prayed up out here.